Hi guys, it's Amazing Purple Girl and welcome back to Broken Sword Reforged. This is part 3. So, what did we establish? We established that the clown had changed into normal clothes. We managed to get the concierge who lives here on side, and he has been able to tell us about the tailor. So I think we need to go to Nico's now. And I'm pretty sure she's the one who needs to convince the tailor to talk to us.
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
Good.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
There we go. We're going to Nico's. I love the little tinkly noises. The soundtrack for this is great. I'm glad I'm getting it on vinyl. Next year, I believe. It's not going to be this year now. So Rue Jarry. Now, we are not going to be able to get in straight away. So let's try it first.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
What are we going to do? Oh, hang on, there's someone here who can help. We get her name in 5, I think, but
Oh, hi.
I can't remember what it was now.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
True. Right, so let's ask about Nico.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street.
I tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that a million times. It is the damp. The whole building is like a sponge. It sucks up the moisture from God knows where.
You mean the door is stuck because it's swollen?
That is correct. There is an art to opening it. Don't shove it hard. Just give it a gentle nudge above the lock.
Thanks for the advice.
There we go, that's what we needed. I do apologise if I'm a bit sniffy. I'm a bit sneezy at the moment, so I might sniff. If I sneeze, I will obviously cut that out, but I might not be able to help doing a little sniffy noise while they're talking. Right, so let's go.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
And again, this is just so bright and clean. It's absolutely beautiful. I thought Broken Sword was beautiful before, but wow. I can't wait to see some more locations that I'm used to. I believe the Hotel Ubu is particularly nice. Right, let's go. Use the advice you've been given, George.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
And voila. Okay, I'll just walk in.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Wow.
I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
The details. Wow, they're so clear. The cork board. You can see little pictures on the
Bien.
postcards.
And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
Lovely.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number. What's more, I know where he hired the clown suit, too.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck? Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop his story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no, I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Of course.
That covers just about everyone.
I just, I don't think I noticed before, but Nico likes vinyl too. I have something in common. So, let's ask about the phone.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks. Hello? Who is this? Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
No Americans ring him, obviously. Oh, we need to talk more then.
Forget it.
Let's talk about Plantard.
How did Plantard get your name?
For the newspaper, La Liberté, I'd written an article linking 2 unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantard said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
Okay.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it. Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grew up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was led to his death by a snowman.
It probably was.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Come on, George, you know you want to get involved, really.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English from America.
Is it the cloth? No, we've got to get her to talk to... Well, I think it is her to speak to Todrick.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe.
She's got a photo.
George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants.
Wow.
The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh, no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent moon.
That photo is so different. George isn't even in it. In the not original game. I keep saying original game. In the first version of this game, George was in that photo. But he's not even in the photo now. It's rather interesting.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
That doesn't work.
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
He's not in the photo, so why is he asking that? Okay, so...
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Tell me more about yourself.
Ah, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Yeah, that line of dialogue doesn't make as much sense now. How about the clown's nose?
I found this false nose in the sewer. It has La Risée du Monde printed inside it.
The laughing stock of the world. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
No,
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, Joe?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, you might have had a cold.
Might.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, bro, that's disgusting, Josh.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
She's not impressed. Do we try Todger it one more time?
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
I can cut it out if not.
Hello? Who is this?
It's George Stobart again.
What now?
Ah, there we go.
Did you make a suit for a man with a scar on his face? A scar in the shape of a crescent moon?
Maybe.
Of course, you
Maybe
needed
not.
to know
Tell me
that.
where I can find him and I'll leave you alone.
And if I don't,
I won't leave you alone.
I can't tell you anything unless you give me his name.
Right, okay, so we need to go to the costume shop.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Right, let's go.
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
Where?
Well, I guess I could visit the costume shop.
Good idea.
I think we should. Oh gosh, there's even a pattern on the chair. It's so weird. All the little details. They've done such an amazing job. Well done, guys. Let's go. Looking at some costumes. So we want La Risée du Monde. So before I talk to him, wow, there's a lot to look at. I don't remember a novelty poop.
It was a disgustingly realistic plastic novelty. Like one I'd left on the teacher's desk at school. Boy, that caused so much of a stink you'd have thought it was a real one.
Literal stink.
As my fingers closed on the plastic novelty, I realized my mistake.
No, I think that was in the game all along. Oh dear, you need to wash your hands.
It was a novelty, all right, but it wasn't plastic.
Maybe it's just squidgy. Right, talk to you.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome.
Merci.
Leave the mundane world behind. For in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Sounds like Marvin's.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible. You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Incredible. Right, here.
Do you recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
Of course you did. I have a tissue with that grease paint, actually.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
Of course. Didn't expect anything else.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
He's not
Have you sold any of it
poor.
recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
He's not a poor clown, that is for sure.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
The man whose photograph you showed me, he hired 2 costumes.
2?
Yes, Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
What was his name?
Khan, a Middle Eastern man, I would think.
And did he have the scar on his face?
That's right, in the shape of a crescent moon.
Well, I think that's all we need. But I'll just ask one more question.
How come clowns are so popular?
I think it has something to do with their unpredictable nature.
Personally, I think clowns should be banned, along with mimes.
Oh, come now. Who doesn't love clowns?
Me, for one.
I believe there's a mime later in the game, of course. Right, so we're done here.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
He was
My
helpful.
pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the
yeah.
hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
Mean.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
No.
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
It's turned into a Mind Electric reference now. Let's go. Let's go back to the cafe area to use the phone. Oh, he's back. Darn. Let's go to the police office to use the phone. Looks like Moo and Rosso are back, so we can talk to them after we've done this. So, we want Todrick one more time.
Hello? Who is this?
I found out the name of the guy I'm looking for.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's Khan. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room now.
We can get
It
that.
was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
We don't
Thanks,
need that.
Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
We don't need the number. He told us which room it is. Sergeant Moore.
Excuse me.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme.
Good.
That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure.
Speak to Rosso.
Is Rosso here?
Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
see him.
You wish to speak to him?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. Stobart is here to see you, monsieur.
Did he say what it was about?
Nope.
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobart. My mind is a well-ordered faculty.
Good.
A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale.
And Sherlock Holmes.
No tricks mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late.
Too late for what?
Investigations have been closed.
Why?
But I've been taken off
Ah.
the case.
Of course.
What about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
Typical.
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
No.
I told you, monsieur,
Apparently not.
the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
Don't tell him that.
No, You must forget the business of the crown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobard.
No. He won't shake my hand.
Would you care to shake my hand, Inspector?
Please don't be offended if I decline your offer, Stobard. The palms of my hands are particularly sensitive.
Yeah, okay. That's what you say. Right. You're not giving me any help, Rosso.
So long, Inspector.
I don't think we need to come back here, in fact. So, where are we going? Hotel Ubu, I guess. Okay. I do not like these two. Like these flags. I don't think they were. Well, they probably were distinctive, but they're clearing out. Oh, there's a little sign. Let's read the sign.
The sign listed the price of rooms, and boy, were they expensive.
Mm.
The killer must have been earning a fat wad to pay for accommodation like this.
Well, what did we just say? He bought the expensive face paint too. Right, watch out, George. Oh no, it's when you come out, isn't it? I forgot. Here we are. Look at this. It's nice. Oh wow, she's got her face. I'm sure
The figure of a sexless youth was frozen in mid-skip with a silly grin on its stone lips.
I'm sure they did have a face before, but... So why did I think that was a she? I don't know. Should not make assumptions. Oh, wow. Oh look, one key. Let's have a look at it.
Hanging from a brass hook was a key and a plastic tag.
Right, we need to go upstairs. And he said the second room on the right.
The sign on the door read 22. If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room.
Wow, sorry. Chandelier and this statue. I'm going to do a video comparing scenes when I've finished playing.
The door was locked.
The door was locked. Right, so that's the room. Oh, hang on. What number is this?
The sign on the door read
21.
21.
Right, so we need 21. There's a method to my madness, right? Another 5 minutes, I think. Right, talk to the hotel clerk. Look at him, I don't know if I ever
The
did.
clerk wore a disdainful expression, like he'd been born with it.
I don't think I ever have. Right, let's talk to you.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean.
Do you?
That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business.
Catering?
When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
I guess. The earplugs coming out of the ears. I don't think I noticed that before. Maybe it was just a bit clearer this time.
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
I need that
Is
one.
that room taken?
No. The guests checked out this morning.
I'd like to take that room, please.
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Why?
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
Okay.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his left cheek.
Raymond? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar.
Exactly. He won't shake my hand.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm
Disdainful.
still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests.
Of course.
He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, who'd do such a thing? It must have been Khan, because he went to that shop. Right, okay. Not going to ask about anything.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Let's have a look at the register.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Merlin. That'll be him.
What now, monsieur?
Rude. Oh, that doesn't help.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Hang on, let's show him the picture.
What now, monsieur?
Merlin.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
Tell him.
It's Merlin, isn't it? Alias Khan, the clown.
I told you, I cannot tell you that.
Well, you just did.
What do you make of this
Didn't mean to click
tool?
that.
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
Oh, yes, I do. Right.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Okay, let's speak to the piano player. Or should we talk to the professor first?
I recognize the guy. It was the Nobel Prize winner from the country whose name I couldn't
He
pronounce.
could be next.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Know them.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there.
Okay. Right.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
What about you?
The woman was obviously English.
Why?
She had all the qualities of Boadicea, Elizabeth I, and Margaret Thatcher rolled into one. It wasn't a pretty sight.
I hope I don't look obviously English. It's not that bad playing.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment, I thought. But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George.
George Stobart, ma'am.
Never
How
lies.
sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont.
Hello. Lady
The common
Piermont.
reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean,
But he's American.
you're an honest-to-God
He'll
aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
There certainly is. Now, the fun fact about this is Lady Piermont's voice is the same actor as Nico's. I was very taken aback when I first learned that. So I'm going to show her Khan or Merlin's photo first.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him. That's Merlin.
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens,
You
no.
knew that,
Monsieur
George.
Merlin is a fellow guest.
See, this is the problem with some of these games. The dialogue doesn't change no matter what order you do things in, and really he shouldn't have asked that because he knows that is his name. So let's ask about Merlin.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer.
Just met.
He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken.
Shooketh.
I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor.
You know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
How do you know I want to stitch him up?
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
I see.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
I wonder.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase.
Right. I'm going to say goodbye.
I have to go, ma'am.
Let's go upstairs so we're away from the music. Okay. So, what have we learned? We've learned quite a lot. We've learned that the clown is called Khan or Merlin, and where he gets his suits tailored. Well, we already knew that. And where he got his costumes from. Irish Pixie was the other one, so we haven't heard about that one being used yet, have we? So, but wow, I love him replaying this. This is one of my favourite game series. It's in my header on my YouTube channel, so obviously it means a lot to me. And it's just like, it's like playing a new game, but knowing the story. It's hard to explain. It's just like the graphics are just so modern. This is not a game from the 90s, that is for sure. I think we've run on enough, so we're going to enlist Lady Piermont's help in the next one, and we're going to get into Merlin's room. Oh yes we are. And find out what's in the safe. So, until next week, I am signing off for now. Thank you for watching.